Hello, Holy One. Hello, hello. So welcome to this space. Welcome to this space. I wanted to add this in to share some additional connections and understandings with you guys. There's so much expansion happening. This is an incredible AQE Foundations course space that we're experiencing. This is our 2025 course space. The very first AQE course ever taught was in 2020. So this is year 6. Now, that is one thing I want to talk about. We are moving at a much more rapid rate of information, layers and levels of the information being anchored and understood, which means it's then more available to be implemented and activated. So, yeah, this is a really beautiful space. Thank you for finding your way to this course and for trusting yourself and the space and me and allowing. There is an absolute level and connection unfolding for each individual person and their own gifts expanding and trust level deepening and love, self-love, self-worth being available to the individual. And then there's this massive space of a collective unit of Acasma consciousness, of us. We are Acasma consciousness in this now. Yeah, moving through vibratory states of existence. Yeah, becoming this higher space of us as well. And then there's this offering through that movement of us. There's this offering availability in the field itself for all consciousness. Yeah, to be assisted just by that movement of energy being available. Okay? So as we were in the bonus class that I added, which I do this a lot, I create a lot of extra content because there's just so much. It's so rich, it's so beautiful, and I don't want to keep anything from anyone. You know, I want to give everything I have. Yeah. So we had our bonus AQE class, and we did a Q&A so that I could answer the questions that were coming in. And there were so many beautiful questions in so many aspects of this space, you know, very physical based questions on navigating the space itself, how to do the course. Yeah, all the way into the understanding of unity consciousness, that this course is assisting the expansion of, the activation of, the implementation of, and everything in between was, you know, available as well. So there were some spaces that I made note of that I would like to share and go over with you here. As you hear them and as you listen, you know, connect with me and listen to this, they get the opportunity to be more present with us, these understandings and these spaces of us. So Anthony, thank you, Anthony, for your presence. Anthony brought in a very good question, reference unity consciousness and the field. And we were talking in the Q&A, and he was chatting, you know, like typing in his responses and his questions, so forth. So I don't have tone to go on, and it's a space that's in motion, right? So there's like a lot of things moving at the time. So then I reflect after the fact on all of the things we talked about beyond Anthony's question and shares, but also including that. And so as I thought back over the space and the course class Q&A, this stood out to me to bring to mind to all of us. Anthony mentioned Acasma quantum energy and the teachings in this space would be understandable or understood by the students if we were to understand that they are in alignment with the laws of the universe. Yes. And so when I answered Anthony, I said, I don't know the laws of the universe. And I understand that there are so many interpretations available where humans, we have done our best to figure ourselves out, you know. And I said that with Acasma, with the teachings of this space, the most beneficial thing we can do to understand ourselves is continue to reset the vantage point and the understanding and the learning reference that we're utilizing, you know, to try to navigate it all, right? Reset to, or verify we've got it set to, the sacredness of us, you know, the sacred, divine, eternal being. Yes, that is having the now. Yes, and whatever laws have been written or teachings have been given prior or that are available out there, just allowing ourselves to look at them, read them, absolutely, be aware of them, which I did. I looked them all up, and I had heard many of them, but there's just so many different connotations available. Yes, if that's the right word. But always allowing ourselves as this space of Acasma quantum energy, Acasma consciousness, and Acasma collective, to allow ourselves to remember we are even beyond what has been written, and we are this ever-expanding space, and we are, yes, the divine in its now. To allow that divinity to speak to us, through us, as us. So, when I looked up the laws of the universe, and this is why I spoke the way I did, I really think Anthony was spot on, because I believe Anthony was coming from that higher space of understanding where we understand, yes, that brother and sisterly love. So the do no harm. Yes, there's this laws of the universe that can be very scientific, quantum field based, physics theory based, you know. They're written, they're out there. And if you search it on, you know, the internet, laws of the universe, the science ones tend to come up more so than spiritual ones, if you will. Although what we do in Acasma is we're trying to bridge the gap between those two reference points and allow that to be more merged so that we understand energy and consciousness, but we also remember it is the divine. So I also reworded the phrase a bit from laws of the universe to universal law, which is more spiritual based. Interesting, isn't it, though? It's, you know, we're just there for ourselves, but we're learning how to bring ourselves back together into that wholeness. And so universal law was more about the brother and sisterly love and the do no harm. And there's then the law of one, which is, you know, the unity consciousness space of reference as well. And so I think what I wanted to share here today, and thank you again, Anthony, for birthing this space with me, is this availability we have with this space of us, with the Acasma Quantum Energy 2025 course, with the individual path each of us is on, the understandings each of us is anchoring and expanding and allowing and being, that all of these things that we have learned and that are important and beautiful and are maybe in science or religion and or spiritual or whatever it is coming in at, we're being given the opportunity to take all of that and lift it up into another level of us. Yes, and to allow that new level of us with respect and gratitude for all levels of us. Does this make sense? So as we be this beautiful Acasma quantum energy, Acasma collective in 2025 and moving forward, we are allowing this expansiveness. So wherever we've been, we acknowledge and we respect, but we know that's not where we currently are, if that makes sense, you know? We're even bigger. So we are the teachings of the laws of the universe and the teachings of universal law, and we are more. And we are the walking, talking, breathing, thinking, feeling, acting, motion of the more. Isn't that glorious? Isn't that glorious? So let's keep that in mind as we continue through the course space. We allow the unfolding of it and of us. Yes, and we remain anchored in our sacred, divine I am. All right. Somebody share a comment. Somebody give me some feedback. Email me if you'd like. acasma.andrea@gmail.com. I'm honored to be this space with you all. Thank you. Thank you for remembering. I love you. I love you. I love you.